That's right. Give it up for the CSL Dallas Band. And welcome to CSL Dallas, a spiritual community deep in the heart of Texas, connecting us with kindred spirits all around the world. And you are invited to explore or dive right into our powerful teachings, practices, mystical experiences, and heart-opening connections. And this month, right here, right now, we are creating beauty today. So join us as we all learn and grow ourselves, co-creating with the universe, experiencing joy, all while transforming the world one life at a time. So are you ready, CSL Dallas, to get it started? Well, let's get it started with our CSL Dallas music team.
Everyone. My name is Michael Bundy, and I have the privilege of being the platform assistant today. So let's start off first by reading our purpose statement together.
Oops. Hold on. I was clapping so hard my bracelet flew off.
We know it by heart anyway. So we are radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, and transforming lives. And so it is. And if you're new or joining us for the first time or wherever you're coming from, you know that you're welcome here. Regardless of your background or the life that you come from, you are welcome here. We'd like to stay in touch, so please fill out a Connect card in your welcome bag or at the welcome tables. Our greeters can assist you in showing you around. For those of you that are online, you can find a Connect card in the chat right now. So make sure that you subscribe to all of our social media outlets and our channels, and by searching CSL Dallas, and continue to get more spiritual content while staying up and to date on all of our events. We are excited to start our annual Step Out in Faith home study program in March. Every year, we step out into a greater spirituality and more practice, and we do it as a community. Our small home study groups invite intimate and authentic conversations. They offer experiences to anchor in truth and encourage you to practice spiritual living. The great news is we are all doing this together, reminding you that you never have to walk alone. In preparation, we encourage you to sign up and become a host for a small group, in person or in your home or online. It's a perfect way to meet others and dive deeper into your spiritual practice. You can be a host whether you're new or you've been around CSL Dallas for a long time. No experience is required. We supply all the materials and we set up all the groups for you. So learn about and register to be a host by using the QR code on today's handout. We're posting the link in the comments section now. Imagine a relationship where every interaction reflects your highest self, where love, joy, and authenticity flow naturally. If you're wanting to unfold these types of relationships in your life, then join Dr. Petra along with David Selman as they present this two-part workshop happening February 2nd and the 9th. In this workshop, they will guide you through a journey of awareness and consciousness, allowing you to recognize and shift the paradigms that have shaped your relationships. By tapping into these insights, you will discover how to consciously create experiences that reflect your true desires and aspirations. We will explore how to move beyond old patterns and beliefs, opening up opportunities for deeper connection and for freedom and celebration of who you truly are. You can register now by going to our events section and selecting the course and workshop category. Now, let's settle into this morning with our music team of Candy, Cleo, Aaron, Glenda, and Valerie, along with our CSL Dallas band, Brad, Jonathan, and Matt. And let's go within and center with our spiritual coach, Avis Ivis. Enjoy.
Noticing that quiet place. breathing, being, noticing that life lives itself right here, right now, ever creating from a quiet, still place of that oneness. There's only one life living itself. It is through each of its created. And that is from this quiet place. Not much hoopla, only divine dance in the silence that is creating itself in this stillness. The love of life, the love for life, expressing itself through, in, and as, and for each of us, including me, including you, and including it, including life itself. Such a great gift from this silence, from this noticing, from this regard, awaiting the love. We are that love, and we are the ones we have waited for. Celebrating this stillness, celebrating this joy of love itself and life itself. Experiencing this gift for the new year. We close by saying together, and so it is.
I will make a quiet place within my heart, and I will wait upon the love, wait upon the love. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my mind, and I will wait upon the love, wait upon the love. Be still, my soul. Be still, my soul. Be still. Be still, my soul. Be still. Be still and know. I will make a quiet place, a quiet place within my life, and I will wait upon the love, wait upon the love. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place. I will make a quiet place.
Now, just invite you as you are centered within yourself to make a quiet place for all those in California, for all those who are suffering the loss of homes and lives. Make a quiet place for places where natural disaster has struck, where war continues. We make a quiet place within our heart to feel the sadness and simultaneously to know the truth. There is a power and a presence. There is a life that is forever moving toward good. And so we simply affirm and declare that all needs are met, that all assistance is available, that regardless of apparent conditions or circumstances, regardless of politics or governments, that there is an innate love that pours itself through the hearts and hands of people all around the world. And so we make a quiet place in which our confidence rests, and from which we expect life to flourish, to find peace and hope and love. And so let us make that quiet place, knowing that that love pours out as good. And so it is.
I will meet you when
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce to you, for real, Brad Williams on piano, Jonathan Fisher on bass, Matt Thompson on the drums. They're yours. Here they are.
I don't have a mic. I just got my bass. So this is kind of unusual, us performing for y'all, but we're in. So we have chosen... check. All right. The power is sickening with this microphone here. So we're going to play a Peter Gabriel composition for you. It's entitled... All right, that's right. It's entitled Salisbury Hill. I looked it up, a little bit about it, because it's nice to say something about that. It's a kind of connection between you and us, a general vibe with the song. So it's not about steak. We were very disappointed. Anyway, Salisbury Hill, I'll just read. He wrote the song about a spiritual experience atop Salisbury Hill in Somerset, England, right? It was a top hit, but it goes on to say a little more. There's a quote from Peter Gabriel, and it says, the song is about being prepared to lose what you have for what you might get. It's about letting go. It's in 7. Usually songs are in 4, but this one's in 7, so it has this kind of awkward kind of lope to it, but that's what gives it its charm. So I hope you enjoy it, Salisbury Hill.
So we don't. It's not. So we don't normally have the band get to play by themselves, which we don't do often enough. And part of the reason why we have asked them is because our topic today is create beauty. Do they not create beauty every single Sunday, all the time? Thank you. so much, Brad, Jonathan, and Matt. Thank you so much. Matt adds so much on the drums. Brad, you are consistently our anchor the whole time for us to know what we're supposed to sing and to follow the soloists, all of that. And Jonathan, what I hear over and over and over again about you is what a great band leader you are, how much you support our soloists. All of you together make it so effortless and easy. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, well deserved, right? Creating beauty, there's so many ways to create beauty, right? Our topic for the theme, our theme for the month, our theme for the year, right here, right now, create. Right here, right now, not sometime in the future, not when you're happy, not when things are going well, not when, I don't know, your ship has come in or whatever it is you're waiting for. Right here, right now, create. And yes, I picked this topic, create beauty, because I have to tell you that I have been utterly enamored by how often beauty is on the list of the qualities of the divine in a science mind. I want to begin with something I'm sure that you are all familiar with. This is a beautiful poem by Uriah Mountain Dreamer. It's entitled The Invitation. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream to meet your heart's longing. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow, if you have been opened by life's betrayals, or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it, or fade it, or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own. If you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you're telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty every day. And if you can source your own life from beauty's presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand at the edge of the lake and shout to the silver of the full moon, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after a night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me to know, it doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself and if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. The invitation. The invitation to a full, rich, meaningful life. All of it. All of it. I want to know if you can see beauty when it is not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life from its presence. Yeah, I want to know if you are, and if you know how to create beauty in your own life. Or are you always looking outside for it? Or are we measuring ourselves to some idea of beauty and what beauty is, or should be, or could be? Ernest Holmes writes this: Plato included beauty as a necessary part of the divine nature. Everything is rooted in beauty. Beauty is harmony and right proportion. It is symmetry and charm, grace and loveliness. We should identify ourselves with this terrific beauty that pours its warmth and color over everything and seems to be at the very root of our being. And it's interesting that so often, Ernest Holmes, when he writes about the divine presence, he speaks of the warmth and color that it gives to our lives. The very same words used for this divine quality of beauty. Going on to say the original spirit is harmony. It is beauty and truth and everything that goes with ultimate reality. The universe is not divided against itself. Even the snow is beautiful. Even when it's cold and we can't get out and we don't want to have it, even the snow is beautiful. Right? These pictures, I took these pictures just 3 days ago, right outside my little condo in the middle of Dallas. The beauty of the snow on the bark of a tree, this funny little heron in the back of somebody's patio, the simplicity of the brilliant snow on the beautiful branches, beauty that captures us somehow if we are willing to look. I noticed as I was preparing and as I have been restudying the Science of Mind textbook for the, 10th time probably, how many times life, truth, beauty, and love are the primary qualities when Ernest Holmes is speaking about spirit or the universe, the divine presence. And then he'll add peace, power, joy, and wisdom. But if there's only a couple words, beauty is always in there. Beauty is always in the list. And, it's one of those things that I'm certain was added to the book in the last 3 years. I don't believe that word was ever in there before because I never noticed it. I was always about love and truth and power and presence and whatever, all those, but I never noticed that beauty was such a consistent presence in these lists of words about the qualities of the divine. It's also in Thomas Troward's list. Love, life, light, peace, power, and beauty and joy. Do you see, I can actually spout them, and I've never noticed that beauty was on the list. Yeah. So there must be something important about this. There must be something that I've been missing that maybe we need to explore and think about. What is it about beauty that is this quality of the divine presence? Now, traditionally, when we talk about beauty, right, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, is one way we think about it. We also know that beauty has has forever been imposed by the outer gaze, right, especially on women, but also on men. Are you beautiful to me, to my sight, and the whole standards of beauty. And of course, we know that it's ridiculous because they change, right? You go to the museum and you see all these voluptuous, Rubenesque women, right? And then Twiggy came along in the 60s and 70s, and now we all have to be thin and fit. No, she was just skinny. Then we have to be fit, thin and fit, right? And all of those ways in which different people show up differently, we have to assess how close to the ideal of beauty we are. And of course, classically, we get from the Greeks and Romans, and Ernest Holmes in that first quote even quoted it, right? And classically, beauty is all about proportion, ratio, and the way things are in relationship to each other, and all very lovely in alignment. Interestingly enough, sacred geometry supports this theory, right, with the Fibonacci numbers, right? For those of you who aren't familiar with the sacred geometry, it's the spiral that is recreated over and over and over and over again in so many different ways in nature, and it always has the same proportions. And there's something about that that is important. But none of these are necessarily a quality of the divine. These are all part of the condition of physicality, right? The way it looks to us from a physical point of view. And it's so interesting that somehow this idea of beauty has been coming up in our Wednesday night meditation conversations, come up in our Sunday morning class, probably because I've been chewing on it now for quite a while. And as I asked at one point, well, what is beauty? What is beauty? And of course, when we experience it, the words that came up were, it's peaceful. There's something serene about it, and it's very lovely. And of course, even Ernest Holmes uses the word charming, right? And so, I don't know about you, I hope you did. I had that experience a few days ago when the big fat flakes were coming down. And I said to Karen, let's go see. I want to go out in there. I want to go out in those big flakes, right? And to see the beauty as it was being created, and to hear the stillness and the loveliness. And we made tracks, right? We were the first people to make tracks and spinning around. It wasn't quite enough to make a snow angel. But what I recognized was the childlike wonder that pulled me out. Of course, there was a moment of, I got to put all that stuff on, and, and then when you come in, you got to take it all off, and it's all wet. But that ability to pull ourselves through it's too much work, it's too hard, it's too whatever, to out in that childlike wonder, that awe and of the magic, right? We begin to touch maybe something a little different about beauty. Maybe there's something about beauty that opens us in a way to something that we don't normally experience in the drudgery of ordinary life. So these are photographs literally from my backyard. This is the next day I went out with all those little tiny flakes. I walked in all the flurrying and the little tiny flakes. Every branch was etched. As you all saw this. And what a joyful expression of beauty. Not all of it was pretty. Some of it was uncomfortable, right? I had summer boots on because those are my garden boots. So they kept my feet dry, but they did not keep my feet warm. Do these things take away from the beauty? Or I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty. not comfortable, not easy, not expected the way we expect beauty to show up, right? And if we can source our own life from its presence, how do we source wonder, childlike openness, right? The Buddhists call it beginner's mind, the ability to be present to presence, to life itself, showing itself in so many beautiful different ways. So thinking about this idea of beauty as peace, as joy, as this serenity, right? I really thought about, yes, this beauty for me is very restful, especially when my home feels like it's beautiful. And so I noticed as I was trying to define it, what I could say more properly is what it's not, as opposed to what it is. So for me, my experience as I was thinking about this is beauty is not cluttered. It's not confusing. Things that are not cluttered and are not confusing is more easy for me to experience or see beauty in it, because it doesn't feel like it's doing this in some way. And this brings us to the idea that beauty as a quality of the divine, right, is sort of the overarching rubric that under which balance, harmony, equilibrium, order, divine right action, these qualities that we talk about, right, all of that together outpictures or presences itself in beauty, whether we can see it or not. The beauty of our wandering path of spiritual growth, the beauty of the journey of our soul, the beauty of the moments of awakening, the beauty when we sob our trauma out of ourselves so that we can refill it with truth. So many ways in which equilibrium is restored, harmony is brought back into balance. Do you see? And part of it isn't the imposition of those things, the requirement for those things, but it's the revelation, the movement of creation, so those things become revealed ultimately in beauty. So these are pictures. This is my winter garden. I love my winter garden. Do you know why? It looks like I cared about it and I tucked everything in, right? It's dead. It's all covered up, but it's beauty. We have a woman in the back of our condo. She has all this blue, this beautiful, whatever this blue is, her whole back patio is decorated with this blue things, all kinds of things. And in the snow, it just glistened. This is the wood pile that we've been building fires out of. Do you know what my favorite chore is when we're at the cabin? And my favorite chore when I had my cabin in the Cascades? Getting wood, chopping wood, bringing wood in, building fires. Because of the beauty of the entire experience. Do you see, beauty isn't just in nature. We are participating in it all the time. Some of it is what we do, so much of it is how we receive it back. How do we perceive? Oh, I gotta go down and get some more wood. I got soaked one of the times going down and get some more wood. And because it was snowing and raining, and I shoveled our little steps with the fireplace shovel. Because that's the only shovel I have, right? And I'm getting wet, and it's cold, and I'm having the time of my life. Because it's part of getting the wood. Do you see? And building the fire. And making a home, and something special and warm. And so the drudgery of the doingness becomes part of it. And in and of itself becomes something beautiful. Do you see? And then presence becomes revealed. I love our wood pile. Is that just the weirdest thing to say? I do. I don't know why, but it presences something for me. What presences life to you? Not in its perfection. My wood pile does not have perfection by any means, and yet it is beautiful. These are the things. I love this quote from Elizabeth Kubler-Ross. People are like stained glass windows. They sparkle and shine when the sun is out. But when the darkness sets in, their true beauty is revealed only if there is light from within. Is our light shining? Our inner light shining? Or are we waiting for the light to shine on us, for us to look beautiful? Do you see? We're all imbued with light. We want to let it out, especially when it's darkest, especially when it's needed, especially when it's snowing and cold and whatever the mess is that we find ourselves in. So I thought about things that are beautiful that don't look beautiful, that aren't the traditional, it's a beautiful painting, it's a beautiful glass flower in the snow, these kinds of things. And I thought about the beauty of the rituals that our ritual team puts on here at CSLDallas. That burning bowl this year, somebody said to me, it was beautiful. And our ritual team does that. They know how to be in the flow. They know how to create something and then have it all be different the day of. And just be in the consciousness of the flow. Nothing forced. Just being present. We want to take a moment to acknowledge we lost Jimmy Carter, 100 years old. Okay, there's a beautiful life, right? Think about that. We know what that means. A life of wholeness and integrity, never giving up, always contributing from the soul of whatever was important and making a profound difference, not for show. So the ritual team, I wrote down not forced. For Jimmy Carter, I wrote down not for show. Beauty that is not forced and comes out when it's not forced and it's not for show. I love the poem, The Invitation. There's something so beautiful about the whole thing, about it inviting us to look at our ordinary, normal human life and the human conditions from a different point of view, to value all of it. And to me, it expands our mind and our heart, expands our soul. And so it's not small. A beautiful life, being in that state where our light is shining in the darkness, there's something about that that's not small. We are more beautiful when we are expanded from within. A big, fulfilling, and satisfying life, right? Ultimately, I think, is what we mean by beauty, the quality of beauty that is the quality of the divine, which therefore is the quality of each and every one of us, the truth of our very being. And when we are being big in our lives, not having a big life for show, not forcing bigness, when we are being big in our lives, when we are living fulfilling and rich and satisfying lives, the description of that is grace in action. And you know when you've done that, and you know people who are grace in action in that moment, and you're like, and we would call it beautiful. That unfolded beautifully. They beautifully handled that issue. They beautifully had that conversation. They beautifully worked through that challenge. Do you see? Creating beauty becomes something worth thinking about. And then surrounding ourselves with it reminds us. I have long had a love for, and I'm sure I get it from my German family, I'm sure many of you have it from your traditions and in your families, to create beauty, surround ourselves with beauty. So this is the picture of our mantelpiece. And I always love doing things differently after the Christmas holidays. I always take all the stuff down, and then when the Christmas holidays are over, I put it all back up, and I put it all back up differently. So this year on our mantelpiece, we have this display of powerful women, powerful feminine presences that have come into our home in the last 6, 7 years. Some of them I may have had that before that. So it starts over here with Kali. The dark black is Kali. She's the black Kali. And then we have Isis I just brought home from Egypt. And we have Kuan Yin that we got, and I got in Bali. And then on the other side, we have this beautiful, beautiful representation of an African woman. We have a lovely angel I just got in Germany at the Christmas markets. And then we have an antique Sekhmet. Now, I find them beautiful to look at. But what's more beautiful to me is what they mean, right? There's something about how things mean to us. The tapestry, we got one of our first big trips together that Karen and I made. We wanted to be in nature. She was starting to think of, going to get a glimpse of this photography thing that was starting to happen for her. We went to the Galapagos and we bought this hand-dyed, handmade by an artist in Peru that was being sold there in the Galapagos. And I remember the trip. And if you notice, you probably can't see it. There's all kinds of figures and images hidden inside that tapestry. And there's meaning behind it. Something is important about meaningfulness. Do you see? That is a part of this big, rich, full, satisfying, beautiful life that we are about creating for ourselves, but not just for ourselves. So I love this quote from Ernest Holmes. The God of beauty is understood by the person who appreciates the beautiful and senses in all form some reflection of the universal wholeness, which finds harmony in the perfect adjustment of itself to all of its parts. Beauty, like greatness, is a thing of the soul, a spiritual quality outlined in form, objectified in space. The things that are beautiful to you show you that wholeness, show you spirit manifesting itself, right? That's what it means, sermons in stones. That's what it means. Nature teaches us, shows us. And so when we surround ourselves with beauty, so in the middle of the mantelpiece, we'll have this little vignette. So the little red glass bird is one that I've had for a really long time. The Rollo bird behind it, Karen brought from Africa. The heron comes from our trip to the Amazon. The woman in the middle is Joy, was a gift from a dear, dear, dear friend. And the circle is something that Karen gave me early on in our relationship to represent the volcano of love. And this vignette has so much meaning for me. Do you have them in your house? I know many of you do. I know you, right? Little mini altars. And they don't have to be altars. Oh, I don't have a picture of Buddha on it or this or that. You don't even have to there's no candle. Right? So to break out of what an altar should look like and recognize that when you make these little vignettes, I mean, I have a lifetime of vignettes of shells and sticks and wood and rocks. I'll have a whole lifetime of vignettes of those. I couldn't bring them from my house because I would have nothing else in my condo but that. Do you see? Altars to wholeness, altars to meaning, altars to things that remind us that there is harmony and beauty and love and joy in the dark times, that we may see it, that we may be it. Creating beauty. Creating it on the inside, creating it on the outside. The beauty that we find in the world is a reflection of the beauty inside of us. I love this quote. And I do notice that when I feel petty and small, the world does not look beautiful to me. When I feel angry or let me just say, there's a place for righteous anger. Really what I mean is when I feel angry because I feel victimized, the world does not look beautiful to me. The people that I feel victimized by do not look beautiful to me. And I behave ugly in response. And then I'm not beautiful. The beauty that we find in the world is a reflection of the beauty inside of us. Are we looking for it? Are we willing to create it? Right? To see and experience it in nature is one thing, but to then see it and experience it in our lives and in each other, that's a whole nother thing. Equally as necessary and important. Right? Can we see it in each other in the world over and over and over again, which then allows us to be that stained glass window who brings the light and not just waits for the light. Because we're creating beauty. I love this by Audrey Hepburn. For beautiful eyes, look for the good in others. For beautiful, I can't have to read it this way. For beautiful lips, speak only words of kindness. And for poise, walk with the knowledge that you are never alone. Audrey Hepburn. Right. It's an inside job. To create beauty, to be beautiful, and to see beauty is an inside job. I have never met a child in our Joy Village who wasn't beautiful. Ever. I have never done a wedding with a bride that wasn't beautiful. When we are that childlike wonder, filled with love and grace and joy, ready to have a big, full, satisfying life, we can't be anything other than beautiful. And by doing this, we create beautiful lives. Now, I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on what kills beauty, but I did think about it. What kills beauty for me is resistance to going out in the snow, judgment about it, and inauthenticity in any way. These are things for me that kill beauty in myself and in others. And mostly it's about, to me, obviously the opposite of beauty, ugliness, but not outer ugliness. I hate it when I'm petty and small. I dislike it even more if I become ugly. I do everything in my power not to be ugly to anyone, because it's so out of an integrity and the wholeness of the divine presence as me, as that other person, right? And so we create beauty when we are conscious of it, what it is, how it shows up in our own lives, how it shows up in others, whether we are able to see it or not, and to become beautiful people. Let our light grow on the inside. We can follow this beautiful, the final quote here from Ernest Holmes, which I'm going to pull up so I can read it, or I'm just going to turn around. What great joy should accompany everything that we do, an expectancy, a love. Love everything, praise everything, recognize all things, believe all things, accept all things. There is a laughter in life. Let us laugh it. There's a song of the universe. Let's sing it. There's a hymn of praise. Let's praise it. There is a joy, a beauty. There is a deep, abiding peace. Let's experience it. It is always there. It is always available to us. Even this little tiny, tiny flower that had poked up out of the snow, covered in that little bit of snow, I was utterly arrested as I was walking in the back of our ravine by its simple beauty, just being itself in the snow. Creating beauty starts with remembering that you are already beauty.
Okay, beautiful people. Please give generously to the work of CSL Dallas. Activate the law of giving and receiving and make a difference here at CSL Dallas. Let's begin by affirming our abundance together. I know Spirit operates through me. Today I enter a new set of prosperous circumstances. The good which has no limit flows through our center and community. We are thriving and prospering. We move joyously into 2025. So it is. Hey, there's a lot of different ways that you can give around here. You can use text giving, you can use PayPal, you can auto tithe, or you can just save the CSL Dallas the credit card fee and put a check or put cash in the mail or in the basket. Pick whatever works best for you. As we start the new year with our theme, right here, right now, create, we invite you to create with us. We have Sunday teams that allow you to easily be in community and empower you to practice the principles as we create a life that works for you and all of us. Our in-person Sunday team includes production, greeters, engagement, snacks, and Joy Village. Whether you're an introvert or an extrovert, we promise that we have something for you. Come check out what each team does, sign up to try any one of them out, and make your journey with CSL Dallas even better. Today we have a table in Barong Lounge, which is right over this way, where Faye will be to answer any questions and get you started. So you can sign up right now. Truthfully, we cannot create amazing Sundays or anything else at CSL Dallas without you. So please get involved today. Have you ever wondered how to create a beautiful yet sustainable yard for your home? Yes. Then join the Sustainability Circle on January 26th, starting at 11:45 a.m. Central Time, as they get together to share tips and solutions to help with a more sustainable landscape. Also learn more about the Circle and how you can join a movement for sustainable good. Learn and get registered for this free event by visiting CSL Dallas today. Every Sunday, our spiritual coaches are available for your spiritual support, either in person or located to the side in Barong Lounge, or you can find them online via Zoom. The online link is posted right now in the chat.
And over there in Barong Lounge and in the gathering space, don't forget, there's snacks and coffee.
So we love being in community with you. So now, stand up. Join us as we sing our way out of here.